Yo.
You don't even have to worry about this. Dude, what do you know about criminal psychology?
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say you don't know nothing.
Not yet, because I feel like even if I said something, it's probably nothing, because you probably might have actually read an article.
Okay, I have found a YouTube channel that's called JCS, Criminal Psychology. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how they say white women really like watching murder shows and murder documentaries?
Yeah.
Apparently it's a thing. I don't know if that's an actual fact.
My wife doesn't, she's not white, but
but she's
pretty
into
white.
it, right?
Yeah, she's into it.
She's pretty white. All right. This is a wicked channel. It only has maybe 10 posts, okay? And the first one is about the case of Chris Watts. Okay, what do you know? Do you know about Chris Watts? Okay,
Are you about to depress me? Are you about to depress me?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Chris Watts, okay, this white dude who killed his wife, pregnant, and 2 kids. Okay?
Yeah, I don't know about this guy.
Because he was dating another girl. He was unfaithful. He was dating another girl, and he wanted a life with the other girl. And so he had to extricate himself out of the situation that he currently was. And in this guy's mind, he's like, I got it. I'm going to kill everybody, and no one's going to know. Dude, what makes it a fascinating YouTube what's it called? Breakdown, documentary, whatever you want to call it, is that not only are they breaking down footage of like the cop camera, what's it called? What's that lapel thing on the cops?
I think a cop camera is pretty good. I think people know what we're talking about.
Okay, so not only did they break down that, so you can see his reaction, and he's like scrolling through stuff, but he's not looking like he's too panicked that all of his kids are gone, including his wife or whatnot. So they're just breaking down all of these minutia details of his like reactions to stuff and his tendencies and things like that. Then they have the uncut what's it called? Interrogation in the interrogation room as they work on this guy. These 2 detectives work on this dude, and they're doing some semblance of like good cop, bad cop, but it's really just agreeable cop and very emotional cop. And then you're just sort of like just chip at him, but you don't want to chip on him too much, otherwise he might lawyer up. We don't want him to lawyer up. What we want to do is we want to just slowly make it look like we're your friend and we're trying to get to the bottom of it, and we're really not trying to accuse you of anything, but we might accuse you a little bit. Okay, we'll back off. And they'll put a hand on his shoulder. Once he thinks that he might be looking for a lawyer, they'll be like, hey, how you doing? You want some water? All that type of stuff. Dude, like 3 hours of this as they slowly completely like just mentally beat this dude down, and then eventually get like some level of a what's it called? Confession. There we go. A confession, right? Yo, some of this stuff is masterful. It's fun to watch, dude.
I like to watch just so I can learn about the law. I was like, that's where I should have asked for a lawyer. Got it,
dude. Here's the thing, okay? As a brown person, as a person, as a POC, as a person of color, once you're arrested, once they put those handcuffs on, you're guilty, you're innocent, you're somewhere in between, the only thing that should come out of your mouth from the point that those cuffs touch your arm is lawyer.
I've heard this.
Lawyer.
Right.
Lawyer. If they say something else, you say, fuck you, lawyer. You need
this
to say
doesn't work
lawyer.
If you're a refugee or an immigrant, by the way. This is very specific advice to, like, situations. I remember when we were doing this with Hazem. We were doing this with Hazem. He was stuck at the border, and you were like, lawyer. And I was like, wait, he's not a constitutional American. But I would say start with lawyer. It's definitely a good place to start.
It's definitely a good place to start. And also the thing is
number 1, lawyer. Number 2, mom. You're like, all right, mom.
Here's what I'm saying. True, but how many of your friends, are in that very specific situation? I would just like to say that most of the time, most of the time, you are,
true.
You should be asking, because a lot of these people, a lot of these criminals, right? If they had asked for a lawyer like right off the bat, they could get off. Yeah, no, no YouTube channel. They could get off.
There'd be no footage. It'd be this is it.
Yeah,
Here's that footage of a guy asking for a lawyer.
There's a reason why rich people get away with stuff. It's not only because they have fantastic lawyers. It's that once they're in trouble, immediately they're like, call my lawyer. And the lawyer comes in, and the first thing they say, it's always so dramatic, right? They bust into the room. They're like, did you talk to them? Did you talk to them? Shut the fuck up right now. Don't talk to them. You know, I'm looking out for you. I'm trying to get you off these charges. So a lawyer, always. But it's fantastic to see how many people don't call for a lawyer. They even do a breakdown of Prince Andrew.
Well, that guy didn't need a lawyer. That guy needs a lobotomy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he needs.
He needs his brain rearranged.
Anyway, you need to check this channel out, dude. Or if you don't want to check this channel out, then then Farah needs to check out the channel, and the rest of the people who listen to this podcast should check out this channel. It is fantastic. It might be better than some Netflix documentaries. I'm telling you, man.
Wow. What's it called again?
It is called JCS Criminal Psychology.
Man, I've seen so many of these documentaries. I saw the Luca
Magnotta. Yeah. Don't fuck with cats.
Yeah, Don't Fuck with Cats. I saw the Aaron Hernandez thing. I saw another one that's called Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, a new series.
Yeah.
I don't like watching any of these. I've seen like 6 documentaries in the last, few months.
Right.
But I never feel good after watching any of them. Not even Serial or that brown guy that you recommended.
Which brown guy that I recommended?
He had an Asian or white girlfriend.
Oh, that's Serial. Yeah, that's the first season of Serial.
That's one.
Yeah, Adnan Syed.
Yeah, I don't know, man. People like him. Yeah. I can't get behind.
You don't like Adnan Syed? Is that the problem?
No, I don't.
You thought Adnan Syed did it?
I don't like following any of these.
Oh, okay. No, I understand.
I don't. Even after you watch, you take in something. You're like, that was heavy, but wow, that was phenomenal. I'm like. With most of these, I was like, no one will know what really happened.
Yeah, but what's good about this one is that all they're trying to do is deal with interrogation techniques, ways for you to be able to spot a liar, whether they're being truthful or untruthful. They're looking at different, what's it called? Different
tells?
Methods. Yeah, and also different tells to kind of put people on the off foot and things like that. So it's more to do with like a mind games and how do you get them there.
No, so that's good to cool. It's good to watch just so you know how to act. You're like, this is what a guilty person would do.
Right. I can summarize it very quickly. There's 2 things.
Go ahead.
You ask for a lawyer, right? And when they ask you questions, you answer directly, and you do not try to extend the answer. Everyone who has something to hide extends the answer past like a minute to 2 minutes. Quick answers. Ask for a lawyer.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you got to be like Shaggy. It wasn't me.
I think that's probably a good. That's solid. Number 1, lawyer. Number 2, it wasn't me.
Yeah. I want to talk about Adam Silver winning.
What did he win?
3 weeks now.
3 weeks.
0 cases of COVID within the NBA bubble.
Yeah, right? Get off me. He should be running the country.
He should.
The commissioner of the NBA should be running the United States of North America. We should all just. There's a team here. We should be in this country.
It's amazing what he's done.
Yeah.
And by the way, the bubble is in Florida, which I think they had like 4,000 cases just yesterday or something.
Oh yeah,
it's nutty.
I don't even know how they don't just Uber in the virus accidentally. Are they growing their own food in the bubble? Is the bubble lost? What's happening in the bubble?
What's going to happen in the bubble is that the first person that causes a breach to COVID into the bubble, right? They're gonna find him. Okay, he's gonna be out probably because he's not gonna wear a mask because that's the type of person that would breach the bubble, right? Who knows? Maybe he was an athletic therapist that came in and breached the bubble, came back out. He'd be walking. Close to the within the bubble, then some dudes all in black will come in and put a burlap sack over his head, take him to the basement of Disney World. It's odd. It's like this dark room. There's like old mannequins and Disney what's it called statues around, and Adam Silver will be there, and he's like, it was 3 weeks of 0 COVID cases, and your dumbass went to go get Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. I don't even think it's a Krispy Kreme, man. How long do these guys stay without companionship of some sort? Even just
they bring their
a
families.
friend.
It's fine. The only thing they don't have is their hose. And even then, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, they have their families?
Yeah, they have their I'm pretty sure they have their like immediate family.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's
That's
over
interesting.
There. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Can you
They just don't have
imagine
their
how
hose.
many, even if you have just 2 people with you,
Yeah,
there's 180 players.
there's a lot.
I don't think they have your family with you. LeBron's
you don't?
family is like 4 kids and a mom. And like a chef, I'm positive.
Yeah, of course.
it'd be too hard to bring a family. Some of these families would be out of hand. I'd love to be on one of those families.
Okay. Express sadness of leaving their families for 2+ months. Players cannot bring their families until after the first round of the playoffs and after months at home. Okay, so they can't.
Jeez.
So they can't.
So that these guys are in there alone. How do they not have? Yeah, it's so impressive they're able to do this. But yeah, I'm just waiting for these players to crack. They're like, no people, no family.
Right.
Can't
Yeah,
even-
except you get to play the game that you love. Okay, I'm not trying to take away human aspects of these players, but I'm just saying you get to play basketball again. Okay.
Yeah,
You get
and you're hanging out with your buddies.
You get to hang out with your boys. All right.
And you're at Disney World.
You're in Disney World.
You're
Come
at
on,
Disney
it can't
World.
be that. It can't be that bad. It
Yeah.
can't be that bad.
I was trying to put myself in their position. I was like, but Yasin, what you don't understand, these are grown men with responsibilities. I'm like, I'm a grown man with responsibility. I love that. You know? They don't even have to be my friends, anybody's friends.
Yeah. When
I'll
they're
take
expressing, it says over here, they express sadness for leaving their families.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
Yeah, I'm sure some of them. You
Kind
know,
of.
some of them have like kids and stuff that they want to be around.
For sure. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that if you're telling me that they don't want maybe a month break from everything and they just get to play
Yeah.
ball and they don't have to worry about any of that stuff,
Yeah.
bro, come on. man.
Caruso on the Lakers had to miss out on his sister's wedding. Which
Yeah,
was
but here's
3
the thing.
days. Yeah.
No, I'm saying most weddings. How many people at your wedding that you actually care about?
Probably your sister though. Right? Like it's his sister's wedding, man. Like I'm sure she
You
cares
see
for
his
his
sister
brother.
all the time.
You see his sister all the time.
See your sister all the time.
You know what the thing is? He was like, well, the wedding was in Texas and it's with over 180 people. And I was like, yeah, you can't go to that.
No.
You know, you can't
No,
go.
unless you want to go in a hazmat suit.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I said, Adam Silver will kneecap you. Or either that or he'll just get the Marquise cousins to...
I like how you called them Markeith cousins instead of two different.
Brother, sorry.
Oh.
Just beat the crap out of you.
Yeah, something like that.
You know, but we had speaking about family and sharing basketball, my friend, you mentioned while we were setting up our basketball experience in the backyard on how unmistakably romantic that experience was.
Yeah.
All right, so for those who don't know, Raptors were playing, and Syed wanted to watch it with some companionship. And so I said, yeah, no problem, come through. And so we check it out over here. Oops, sorry. We check it out over here, and he set up the laptop in the backyard, and then it starts to rain. And then Syed says, don't you have an umbrella? And we have like this parasol thing. So put the parasol underneath the tree, and then we put 2 chairs underneath the tree, and then we put a little table, then we have the laptop. And now we're sitting in the rain like a lo-fi hip-hop channel with a wonderful rain falling around us while we watch basketball. It was a great feeling.
It was probably one of the better times spent in a backyard. It was probably one of the better times watching a basketball game. And it's probably one of the better times eating a pizza. Like, it was just nice.
Yeah.
Even if we weren't doing any one of those things, it was just a nice place to be.
It's great.
Also, in the
Highly
evening,
recommend.
Yeah, highly recommend. Find a tree
Right. Now,
and an umbrella.
Sorry. Yeah, no, you need all of those things. And before we hit up our 100 most influential animals, okay, you definitely need to buy an anti-mosquito thing. Go get some Thermocell. That thing worked really well. Syed was slapping himself, but I think it was just like you were just doing
Just anticipation.
Yeah. Just in case it was, but really it was just your like arm hair that was flipping in the wind there. All right, here we go, my friend. You are linked up for the 100 most influential animals. I don't know what year it is for. It's for, you know what? It's 2016, and honestly, I don't care. We're going through the 2016 list.
Oh man.
Okay.
Number 1.
Number 1 on the list.
Cecil the lion.
Cecil the lion.
That was number. Other than Simba, which isn't real. How many lions' names do you know?
That's the only one.
That's the only one. Cecil.
We know Cecil the lion, and unfortunately, it was due to the fact that he was killed by a dentist who was hunted. But was it a legit kill?
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that,
I mean, he did shoot him. Like, which gang do you affiliate yourself to? This isn't a legit kill. I know he's dead, but it wasn't done right. Like, what do you mean it was a legit kill?
What I mean by that is, did the park sell a tag to hunt that particular lion, and did the dentist then purchase that said tag and then travel to Africa for him to be able to shoot that lion lawfully underneath the rules of that park?
Yeah. The guy paid a fee to shoot a lion at a hunting park. It's kind of the only way they have animals in Africa, apparently.
Yeah.
Is they're just in these huge roaming areas where every now and then they shoot one. Mm-hmm. Generally an older one.
Yeah. See? So, it is what it is. I don't know. I don't feel too bad if it was if they decided, like the environmental researchers of the park decided that it was time to cull that lion, and that was a way to do it, and they could because the tag was like something stupid, like it was like $100,000 or something like that.
I'm sure it was expensive. Here's the thing. Listen, number 1, if you're gonna run a park where you're gonna shoot animals that can't really get away, don't name them.
That's true.
Don't name them, especially like unique, cool names.
Yeah,
like
Cecil.
name them, name them like lion number 1, and then spray paint a 1 on it, and let it go about its way. Lion number 2.
Yeah, not some whimsical name like Cecil, and then you're shooting Cecil.
And he has a brother named Jericho, which also, he also got shot. I know.
Oh, Jericho got shot.
Yeah, because he went outside the enclosure and they shot him because there's a village there. But
it seems mean. Because like I feel like if you were to hunt a lion, and then you're using a gun, it's not great. I feel like you should be forced to hunt a lion with a spear and a sword and a shield. Give you somewhat of an edge, but not that much.
I think you die. I think if I get a sword and I get a lion, I don't think I'm doing too well.
You don't think you're doing too well?
I will take even over it's tough. It's tough.
I would take the crap out of that.
I would take a sword over a spear. A spear feels like as soon as I get it, it gets too close, it's game over.
Right.
Because then I'm just trying to stab it like this, and that's not going to work.
It's a problem. Yeah. Oh, you can also have like a little dagger as well. I'll give you that. All I'm saying is this, right?
Yeah.
You should try to even the field out a little bit, right? Because it's essentially you hunting with a bomb, right? You need to make it a little bit fair for the lion. You need to earn that kill, right? Because like you can't mount the head of a lion that you shot 500 meters away from a blind, wearing camouflage. That doesn't seem right.
I think you have and you can't. I think that's what most of those are. I don't think most of these people went in the bush and just, waited for a lion to come by. I think
that's the problem, right? I don't think it's so much that the lion got killed. It's just the way how it wasn't done right. Have you seen this tribe, this African tribe that they just walk up to a lion to a kill that a lion just killed? Okay, so a lion hunts a wildebeest, takes the wildebeest down. Then a group of 3 tribesmen, they walk up with a spear real slow towards the kill. And the lion's face is already bloodied up because like he's just gnawing on the guts, right? They show up and they kind of like push the lion back, kind of, sort of, and then they just cut off a piece, like a shank, off this wildebeest, put it on their shoulder, and just walk away.
Yeah. It was so funny because you're like, okay, number 1, these guys are so lucky because this lion's alone. And the lion is like, what are these guys walking up here so confidently that it backs off for a second?
Yeah.
The whole time I'm like, these guys must be shitting themselves.
But apparently not. They were smiling in the camera when they were walking back.
They cut off a leg like butchers and just walked off.
Yeah.
I didn't even feel bad. I was like, well, there's a lot left for the lion.
Yeah, circle of life. Everyone got a piece, right?
Yeah. You want to go to the second animal?
Next one, number 2, and this one I love this one. Number 2 is Tilikum.
Tell me about Tilikum.
Tilikum is a SeaWorld orca. Okay. Apparently he was a follow up to. Oh, okay, no, okay, yeah, and Tilikum, right, has gone through a fair bit of trauma in his life, obviously, and they say that orcas have really big brains and they feel different types of emotions and separation anxiety and all that other stuff, and they internalize it. And Tilikum is not one of those guys that kind of sits in a corner and pouts. What he does is every once in a while he kills a trainer.
Jeez, this guy killed 3 trainers.
Killed 3 trainers. That guy's got a body count. So every once in a while he decides, you know what, it's time for me to take some revenge on the human race. And he takes one out. I think he's still alive. They have him. He doesn't do any shows. They don't do any shows with him, which,
like
too bad.
Apparently, when he killed the three workers at SeaWorld, it caused the stomachs to plummet, and friggin' Tommy Lee wrote an open letter to SeaWorld that made them stop their shows. Wow, this whale had enough.
Yeah, he had enough.
My hat is off to this whale.
You should watch a Netflix documentary called Blackfish.
Yeah, that one's sad as hell. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Well, it's about Tilikum. Yeah, he's the guy. It's mainly about him. It's about Tilikum. Yeah, and also other whales as well. But Tilikum is front and center because that dude is shanking trainers. I shouldn't laugh, but oh god damn it, man. I mean, like, come on, what did you expect? You're in a tank with a whale that is called Killer. Okay?
I think the only reason they don't expect them to eat them is because they've been told they don't do that.
Right?
Because otherwise you look at that, you're like, no, that's exactly what it does. Also, have you seen the name? Also, this guy's name is Tilikum.
And, you're standing on this guy's nose and you're getting pushed up through the water. You don't think that every once in a while he might want to take a bite? Get the frick out of here.
I know.
Moving on. There's a golden eagle called Uncle Sam, apparently.
Okay.
That I don't know anything about them. But apparently he showed up on the 25th floor of Trump Tower. Okay, I don't even know what it is. I'm just going to move on. 10 Chinese CRISPR goats. Do you remember about that?
No. I vaguely heard, obviously, that China's doing stuff, but...
Okay, using American-created CRISPR technology, it allowed scientists to snip and move parts of the DNA, which is a real place. Created goats, presumably cashmere ones, with bigger muscles and longer hair to increase their meat and wool production. American invented CRISPR technology for whatever. Okay, whatever. So yeah, because Chinese people, Chinese researchers don't follow the same like international rules when it comes down to CRISPR or genetic experimentation. They just do whatever they want. They probably already did CRISPR humans, right? That was the whole.
Oh yeah, they would be the first. Yep, they probably did that about 40 to 50 years ago, explaining everybody's math grades today.
Fair enough. Number 5, The Revenant Bear.
Ah, yes.
You watch Revenant?
Yep.
Man, the amount of beating that Leonardo DiCaprio takes in that movie.
What was that? No wonder he got an Oscar. He's just like, I'm just going to get beat up this whole thing.
That's the same thing as like Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Just a snuff film like of Leo getting killed. And
is it a real bear?
Well, the bear that attacked the glass or whatever?
I mean, did they have like a bear for this movie?
No, CGI, animatronics, that type of thing.
Oh, unfortunate.
Indeed. The pizza rat.
Yes,
everyone
I've seen a picture of this guy. Yep.
Yeah. This rat doing his thing, trying to find a safe place for him to eat his pizza. Zika mosquitoes, number 7.
This was a big deal for a while.
Yeah, it was. That shrunk people's heads, apparently.
Well, babies specifically. If it was shrinking people's heads, it'd be a whole different type of story. That would be awesome. You'd be like, yo, I hope you get the Zika. You sit with your tiny ass head.
Oh, no. All of your headbands will become necklaces.
Yeah. See, now it's funny to laugh at. Back then, it was shrinking babies' heads.
Yeah, that's true. So it's good that Zika has passed, I guess.
It was crazy because in Brazil, they wouldn't allow you to get like an abortion. Even if it was positive that you were going to have a Zika baby, you couldn't get it aborted.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, the silver lining is that...
What's the silver lining? Make it count.
Okay, I was just going to say that the... Giving birth to a Zika baby might be less painful because the head is small. That's the silver lining.
What's the next animal, man? Is it you? Is you the next animal?
American Pharaoh.
I like how there's like you carry a baby for 9 months and at least very little came out is the silver lining. You're like, at least it's
I'm not saying it's a good situation. I'm just merely saying that might be one positive in a very unpositive situation. That's all I'm saying.
I guess you're not wrong about that. No. Number 8, Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. I'm just moving off of that.
Yeah, that's not a real. That's not a real animal. All right, this is what I'm. Yeah, number 9 is a real animal.
Okay, American Pharaoh. He or she was the first host to win the Triple Crown in a long time. Remember the horse that won 3 races, and the owner couldn't spell Pharaoh? Well, that was in 1940. Okay, that was a waste. Angry Birds. That was big for you, bro. Did you play? How many Angry Bird games did you play from start to finish?
Like 6. Like 6.
Yeah, there you go.
But they were all the same.
No. Here's the thing. Hold on. I want to pause over here. I don't want you to gloss over this. I don't want people to just be like, oh, you played 6. No. Here's the thing. Okay? You download one Angry Birds game. There's probably like 40 levels.
Right.
Syed has played the game from 1 all the way to 40. He's got all 3 stars for every single level.
It's called commuting. It's called
No, I'm not done yet, right? So, like, sometimes you got to throw a bird, and then you throw a bird another bird so that it redirects the other bird into the different pigs. Now, he did that all the way, 40. Take that, multiply that by 7. At this point, it's Angry Birds in space. It's Angry Birds underwater.
Halloween,
Syed's played it all,
Christmas. Dude. I think they also released, like, pig. You get to be a pig.
Oh, really?
They flip it on you. Instead of the birds, you're the pigs. But, I think everybody was playing those at one point, man. Angry Birds, they made a movie, and it wasn't even that bad. Did you watch a Netflix Angry Birds movie?
No, I did not.
It's okay.
Okay.
Game's better.
You know what? I'm not a fan of the franchise as much as you are, so I respect that.
Yo, I made 80 million.
All right. What's next here? Yeah, I made 80 million. Yeah, I see that right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Naruto apparently is a what is it? Macaque?
Huh?
Macaque?
Yeah, that's a macaque.
Right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Which is apparently an endless number of words for monkey. Took selfies as part of a nature photographer, David Slater, as a project in Indonesia. PTA sued Slater, saying that he can't make money off of the picture since the monkey owns the copyright. Shockingly, the court case wasn't about whether or not photography really is art, but whether animals have the same rights as humans. The judge in North Carolina ruled on Naruto versus Slater, deciding that the monkey isn't a person. Well,
good call.
That's good. All
right. I don't even know what PETA wants out of this situation.
Do we understand what PETA wants ever?
You get this monkey and you get him a bank account, okay? And you get this money in there, and then you teach him how to use a credit card so he can buy his family a vacation. Like, I'm not sure how this ends.
Yeah.
I don't know how justice is served.
I think they're just causing trouble, dude. This shit disturbing. All right, what else do we have over here? We have Grecia. Some teenagers in Costa Rica took a block of wood and smashed a toucan beak off. That is horrific.
Jesus Christ.
People raised $5,000 in 2 days on crowdfunding to create a 3D printed beak. So Grecia could eat again, which is a really sweet image until you find out that toucans eat maggots. No, that's horrible. I think that is bad reporting, my friend. All right, just because this bird likes to eat maggots, right, doesn't take away from the fact that he went through a traumatic experience where teenagers broke his beak, right? And so really they shouldn't do that. I really I want to cancel whoever wrote this, cancel Times. For it's the same thing as saying like, oh, but like brown people eat curried brains.
I agree.
We shouldn't care about 3D printing their arms. Tieta.
Yeah.
Okay, this is another 3D printing beak. We can move on. I don't really need that. Freeway llamas. I don't remember. Lolita the orca.
Oh my God, what'd she do?
Okay, here's the thing. I can't read the word Lolita and not think of what's it? Not Weinstein. What's the other? Epstein. I can't. His airplane was called a Lolita Express.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So why is people still using this word? I'm very triggered by this. Hundreds of protesters showed up in Miami Seaquarium in January 17th to protest the orca that had not only been held in captivity since 1970. Can you imagine, dude? But also given a super creepy name. Lolita is a subject of court case over whether an endangered species is exempt from being forced to put a mildly entertaining show.
I like that they call it a mildly entertaining show.
I mean, that's unfair, right? Have you seen any killer whale shows?
No, never.
No. I mean, it's pretty entertaining by the fact that you got really big animals doing cool stuff.
So we grew up in California. I definitely went to a killer whale show. I just don't know, like, I was so young that I do know this, that I had bought Coca-Cola and the whale splashed our side and then they didn't allow me to drink the Coca-Cola anymore. And I wasn't happy about that. My parents.
Oh, okay. Because you don't want
chlorine water and whale pee.
Okay.
I'm sure it does more than sweat in there, buddy. You know, I'm sure it does everything in there. I feel like it's been doing everything in there since the 70s. You know,
since 1940. Poor whale,
it's not like
man.
It goes out of that one and goes to a different one and comes back out. It just stays in there.
Yeah, it's pretty heartbreaking, right? They had the whole ocean, and then
elephants and whales. Yeah, very, very heartbreaking.
A dog named Diesel, great name for a dog.
Yeah.
Busted into an apartment of a guy suspected of planning the Paris bombing, took multiple gunshot wounds, and then died. Oh, that's too bad. The police dog saved the life of Paris police, posthumously receiving the Dickin Medal. That's unfortunate. Which sounds much better with a French accent. The Twitter hashtag Je suis chien trended on Twitter. Also, how do you say Dickin in French? Dickin? It's about the same.
Yeah, I think you would know.
That's all I got, brother. I don't know how to say Dickin in French. I think I get Dickin. I think
that sounds nice too. Dickin. All right, number 17, Sudan, which isn't an animal. The last male northern white rhinoceros in the world. Sudan is living in... Oh, Sudan's the name of the rhinoceros.
Yes, sir.
Listen, if you're a rhinoceros in Africa and you don't want confusion, don't name yourself Sudan. Right?
Yeah, he just liked the place, dude.
It might cost him.
He's a celebrity. He's a celebrity rhinoceros. That's why he's a weird name.
Yeah, Sudan is living in Kenya. Where he is encouraged to breed with 2 young females. How do they encourage this kid? Like, hey, Sudan, come on, man, come on.
Right? You think it's locker room talk? It's rhinoceros locker room talk? You're like, have you seen the humps on this lady rhinoceros?
I don't know what a lady rhinoceros looks like, and I don't really appreciate you objectifying them. But I think this is how they should encourage him. You're like, you asshole, you're the last male. These are the last 2 females. Don't be an asshole.
No, man, I don't know if that's going to be motivational. He might be like, it's way too much pressure.
Yeah, it also says IVF is being considered.
You know what that means, right? Some human is going to have to take matter into their own hands.
Yeah.
And then take that matter that happens to be in their hands and then put it in the other rhinoceros. That is horrific. God. That is horrific.
You want to go to number 18?
18, California Journey. It's a dog.
Yeah. Is it a good dog?
Pointed best in show. He's might be the bestest dog. This will inspire all impossibly long named German short-haired pointers.
Stupid. Yeah. This dog hasn't done shit. Cow, number 19, cow that gave stem cells for in vitro meat burger. Ooh. Thanks to the stem cells donated by one anonymous cow. Like, well, this cow should have a name, not Cecil the tiger, right? This cow should be like Bethany or whatever.
Should be a cow-like name.
Yeah, but there's this cow apparently donated. I'm sure it wasn't volunteered. You know, it was like forcefully donated some stem cells, and that later became meat. So let's see what let's see if this becomes the end of civilization in the next couple of decades.
I guess. Oh, we got a good one coming up. Not 20, 21. I don't scroll too much though.
Okay.
We got some elephants. We have elephants. They're being retired, and as the circus is deciding to go elephant free because people thought that it would be pretty mean to make elephants do stuff, even though for the rest of us it means more stage time for clowns.
The elephants' names, in case you're wondering: Piper, Romeo, Shirley, Angelica, PT, and Barack. They named one of the elephants Barack. Number 21.
Wait. Before we go to number 21, I'm going to tell you. Have you seen? It was this small video I saw on Instagram. So basically, there was an elephant that got saved, okay, from one of these abusive circus things, right? And they put him in this sanctuary, right? But in his earlier years of performing, he used to perform with another elephant, like 20 years ago. At the circus, right? So he had his buddy with him, and they would perform together. They got separated. They were in separate circuses, and then one elephant gets saved. And I think a couple years later, or like maybe even 10 years later, they were able to save the other elephant. They didn't know they knew each other, right? And so what happened is that they took the newly saved one, and they put him in the paddock or stalls or whatever that they put for kind of like for horses but for elephants. But his buddy apparently heard his friend of like 20 years ago, and he was outside in like the field or whatnot, and he comes running towards the paddock.
I love how you fill in the blanks. You're like, he was in the fields, or wherever, probably a field,
probably, right? And
he was like, listen,
is that you, buddy? And then they tried to, and then they both realized that it was old friends, and they were about to they were breaking down the walls of the paddock trying to get to each other, and they eventually just let them out so they can meet each other. And then they recognize each other. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, elephants apparently have a lot of that. Oh, yeah, elephants will make you cry, man. Whales and elephants, like I was saying.
Grumpy Cat, sitting at 21.
Jeez.
I would think that he should be much higher on the list.
You would.
Yeah.
Grumpy the way you live your life.
Grumpy Cat.
You're like, this cat was everywhere, Syed.
He was. She was everywhere. Her real name is Tartar Sauce.
Okay.
Tartar Sauce. Grumpy Cat. Grumpy Cat. Sad news about Grumpy Cat. Of course, everyone knows the Grumpy Cat. We don't have to explain that. But Grumpy Cat passed away on May 14th, 2019. We're all very sad about that. Suraj is number 22, bro.
One of about 600 Hindu temple elephants that are kept chained in confinement most of the year to be paraded in a religious procession.
Wow, that's very sad.
Gee, Suraj. Suraj had lost an ear from abuse.
Oh,
Yo,
no.
What kind of ear abuse was happening to lose an ear? You know what I mean? Anyways, he was freed from the 12 square foot room he lived in for 20 years.
Oh, my God.
Oh. That's it. This is all the story. It's all just sad. Is there like an uplifting panda that
he's
voted?
He's free. He's free. Don't worry about it. We can do an up, dude. Have you seen? There's a retirement home for monkeys that were used for medical testing.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. That's another one. Yeah, it'll make you cry.
Oh boy, when they see the sun, and they look outside
for the
they're
first
squinting.
time.
Right?
Yeah, they're like,
they
is
touch
that it?
grass.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what a thing.
Yeah,
all right,
what
moving
a
on.
thing.
There is a panda. Oh, look at this panda. Can you say that name?
Bebe.
Quao quao.
Oh, okay. I thought it was...
Kiao. Someone stole a dog, which is one of the very few seeing eye dogs, apparently. Okay, so this is not the panda. Tien de Masseur, which is a common name for Chinese blind people, and is known to and owns a chain of massage parlors. After the media uproar, Kia was returned by the thieves with a note and apology. All right, I'm moving on. Oh, baby. I thought you were just being funny.
No, I thought I was just looking at a panda.
All right, you want to take this one? Go ahead.
I don't want to read this much. Born in August, like we care when it was born, in the Washington Zoo, Bebe is one of those diplomatic lines of connection between the U.S. and China.
Oh, boy.
I wonder if this panda knows this. Apparently, the Chinese have long conducted most of their diplomacy by giving away pandas to other countries. This is dating back to the 17th century.
Are you serious?
Can you imagine how strategic the Chinese are? Like, hey, what should we give them as a gift? Let's give them a panda. They love that shit. Well, we have this artifact, and I just give them a panda.
And panda is like the box of chocolate gold. What is it? Gold pot? The box.
I don't know.
God damn it! It's the chocolate that is a pot of gold. Pot of gold chocolate. There we go.
It's the Ferrero Rocher of gifts.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Whatever.
Yeah, is the way I look at it. Ferrero Rochers. They sell at the dollar store, but they also sell them at like expensive places. So what is it?
What is it? Okay,
What
so
is it indeed?
essentially, pandas are Chinese bargaining chips. So
Yeah.
why have they not sent like a whole bunch of them to Trump? I expect they should be like just rolling around his office.
No, I think China's given a ton of pandas to the U.S. It's just I don't think they have a good relationship with this guy. But yeah, there's probably dozens and dozens of pandas. This is where they come from. I think it's China. You know.
Right. Yeah, I think that's where they come from. All right, number 25, the shark that attacked Mick Fanning. J-Bay Open, an event for World Surf League Championship tour, ended prematurely when a shark attacked a surfer, Mike Fanning, and chewed off the leash of his surfboard before he punched it in the back and got picked up. But he punched a shark.
Says him. You know, nobody else was there. How hard do you think he could have punched a shark? Imagine the shark is, let's say, twice your size.
Right. Dude, I can't even get a wind up underwater. What are you talking about?
Yeah, even above water, I'm like, how hard are you, pretending to punch a shark? It's not gonna let go of you. It's eating, like. But it didn't get
Did he lose an arm? Leg?
Oh, it doesn't say.
Let me find out. Mick Fanning. Let's have a look. I'll do a quick Google here. Mick Fanning and pictures. No, he still has all his limbs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow.
Interesting.
Got attacked by a shark and then he punched it. Well done. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna scroll through the next up until 30. I don't think there's anything good over here, bro. We got just random dogs and some more the dolphin. I think we're good. And then there's Dodge, the official Dodge. Look at him or her over here. His name is Kabuso. The original Shiba Inu that started the Dodge meme, in which people on the internet are bored on the internet try to help other people who are bored on the internet. It is inspired Dodge coin, which is currently specifically created for people who think Bitcoin is too popular. NASCAR driver Josh Wise car was sponsored by Dogecoin. So wow. Well, then there it is, my friend. I don't know. I wish I invested in Bitcoin when it was starting.
That's how we say, I wish I invested in everything on this table when it was starting. Like Dell, this microphone company, that light company.
Apple, Tesla.
Yeah. But Bitcoin was one of those things that it went from 0 to 50 in no time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did I tell you I went to visit a guy who had a lot of Bitcoin invested at some point and he became a billionaire over the course of a year or something?
Oh, was this like a penthouse of something?
Yeah.
Yeah. You were telling me about this. I remember this.
Man, you ever be in a place where everything you look at is richer than you? It's just a constant reminder of how much you don't have. Like you look left, you look right, you look up, you breathe the air, all of it. It's like being in a BMW dealership.
Yeah, it's like coming to America from Pakistan.
Ooh.
Ooh, indeed. You're just like, I don't belong here, and they tell you there. They're like, hey, you don't belong here.
You're constantly reminded.
You're like, all right.
Man. Do you have any thoughts with regards to the current wave of Me Too that's going through LA right now?
I feel like you would know a lot more about it than I would, man. As long as it's not somebody I've shaken hands with. Fair. It is interesting, obviously, right? All of it was interesting. Like every single one of them, you're like, wow, I can't believe that. And it kind of opens your eyes to the rapiness of people, whether it's Chris D'Elia or whoever.
Right. So the most recent one is Brian Callen, who's best friends with Joe, and so these things are getting dangerously close to the Godfather of podcasting. So we're trying. I'm interested to see. That being said, for Brian Callen, it looks like it's I don't know if what's his name, Andrew Schultz did a good breakdown on it. When any news breaks for any of these comedians, Andrew Schultz will make fun of them mercilessly, but he will also call the person in question to ask them, all right, what's your story? And then he will honestly recount that conversation onto his podcast, which is really interesting. So, I mean, for those who are interested to see, because we got a few people who listen to the podcast that know these personalities, just check out Flagrant 2. Andrew Schultz breaks this down. But I watched it. I watched Brian's response to it. He did it. He did a response right on Instagram. Dude, I have to say, there's some people who look shifty. There's some people who say they're misremembering facts. They might say something like, that is a misrepresentation of the truth. Some people say that. But essentially, when I hear those things, I hear, all right, something kind of sort of happened that way, and then you can go both ways on this. But for Brian Callen, it's like, didn't happen. Didn't happen. And he clarifies as much as he can, I think, obviously. But he doesn't go into too much detail. He doesn't say, I got this, but I can't say this. I got this, and I can't say that, or whatever the case may be. It's pretty straightforward. You get what you need out of it. And it's one of those things where he came back with the same energy of kind of like Justin Bieber. Although no one has come back with the same energy of Justin Bieber.
No.
Because Justin Bieber, I think, was 100% in the clear. That was a fake accusation. Because here's the deal. Justin Bieber gets accused. 4 days later, Justin Bieber comes in with like a documentary to negate all of it. And then within 7 days, you don't hear anything. No one's following up. No one's trying to cancel him. No one's being like, oh, they overpowered the other person to shut them up or whatnot. That's it. Dead. Completely dead. You don't hear it. So I don't know. I'm hoping for the best because I would like to think that Brian Callen is a good person. You don't know. But he doesn't strike me like a Chris D'Elia.
I have no idea, man.
Yeah.
From what I understand, Brian Callen does expose himself to people all the time.
Yeah. That's a problem.
And at some point, I don't know. I feel like people that get drunk also, it's hard to hold them accountable for their actions and both of their memories and stuff. I wonder. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy out there, dude. It is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do? I don't know what we need to do, man.
Wrap up this podcast.
Indeed. This has been episode 240 what? 7? I don't even know what it is. I think it's 247. Thanks for hanging with us, guys. We'll be back in a week. Take care of yourselves. If you have any barbecue recipes, send it over. I would like to try something new.
I'll second that.
Yeah. All right. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back in a week. Good night.
Yo. Crash and flow.